I honestly don't know if this mic works. I'm just using it for style at this damn point. Does it work? Oh, I don't know. Let me know if that was loud. Um, put it right here. Maybe that'll do something. I feel like it should be closer. Maybe here. Is that maybe put it on my sweatshirt? Maybe there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, chap? I don't know what that was. Anyways, I decided to combat my depression by coming outside in the little shed. Um, that I happened to just discover was a part of the apartment complex that I'm in. And it's mine, basically. Um, but I came out here to combat depression. And it's funny, I asked God to just speak to me because at first I had my phone in the house, but then I was like, I want to record because I feel like I'm going to want to post this. I asked God to speak to me, and I was just looking at the trees. Mind you, God had spoke to me a few days ago, um, and was telling me just, hey, you going through this tough time right now, and baby, I'm gonna need you to be strong because you got to endure it. Okay, life is tough. You gotta, I don't know, pull your fucking balls, put them into your scrotum, and toughen up, champ. And that ain't the way God said it, but I'm freestyling it, remixing. And anyway, today I came outside because I woke up and man, I was just depressed about life. You feel me? And I had to come outside because I said, hell no, we are not about to allow depression to kick my ass. Like we've been boxing for some time now and I've been getting my ass beat. And so I had to come outside because I'm like, let me get some sunlight. Let me have God shine light on the motherfucking subject because depression is not gonna whoop my ass. So I made me a smoothie. I came outside. Mind you, it's day. I cheated yesterday, so we're not even gonna count that in there because I ate some tacos for dinner and I cheated some more after that. So we're not gonna count that day in. So technically we still on day 2 of this fast. But I made a smoothie and I said I'm gonna come outside and get my energy right. So I came to the little shed. You see the sun shining on my crown, on my third eye. Much needed. Um and God spoke to me. I said I wanted to leave my phone at that time. I left my phone. I brought it in because I wanted to share this. But God spoke to me, and I'm sitting over here and I'm staring out at the trees. And God was like, "Do you see that? You see how, as the leaves fall, the trees don't run. They don't run at the sight of their leaves falling, right?" And God said something else, and He said they also don't run when a storm comes their way. When a storm comes their way, they don't budge. I said, And that's all God said. That's all God said. I said, speak to me, and that's all God said. And it made me just realize like how this I've come to this point in my life where I have to truly have resilience. Mind you, I did a reading on myself the other day and I got the bear card, right? Going into that hibernation. We're in winter. Duh. Going into that hibernation. Um, and mind you, also, I've been feeling like I've been in this belly of the whale moment, honestly, for this entire year of 2025, but it's like it hit so heavily during the end of this year. I've been in this belly of the whale moment. I've been really, really deep into the unknown and not really knowing what is coming into my life or how my life is going to, you know, how the path is going to wind and unfold. Um, and it's been very, very unexpected. You know what I'm saying? And it's been very, very difficult. As God has told me, hey, it's gonna be difficult, motherfucker. Um, but it's been very, very difficult. But in the midst, I have to learn how to remain resilient and keep my strength and truly keep my faith. Because all God says is the faith of a mustard seed. God don't even, and also, sorry, I know I'm like drifting, but God say the faith of a mustard seed. But also, like I realized in the midst of my most trying times, I've always resorted to my art. to keep me sane. I have always resorted to my art, whether that be making a song or painting. I realized in the midst of my most trying times in life, all I've had to fall back on was my art to keep me level headed. And that's why, like, I started my painting yesterday, and today I'm about to work some more on it, um, because that's what's just keeping my energy grounded right now. Um, but yeah, that just made me just God speaking to me, and then the energies I woke up feeling, and everything, like it just made me see like I always have my art to fall back on when I feel as though I'm in trying times, when I feel as though depression is whooping my ass and I might not make it through. You feel me? It's like art is always there to keep me sane. Art is always there to keep me level headed. I realized too, like anytime I was going through some trying times and I didn't have any solution. I could think up a million in my mind of how things could go, but in reality, I had absolutely no solution to my fucking circumstances. Um, I fell back on my art. I just painted, and sure enough, solutions arose. And I think God is just reminding me that, like, I know, you got a lot of shit going on right now. Like, it may not seem like the light is at the end of the tunnel, but just like that tree outside, right here that you're looking at, I need you to just be still. I need you to remain strong and resilient, because if you notice, when a storm comes or when the fucking strongest of winds push a tree, it's never knocking it down. It may bend, but it is never fucking breaking. Okay? And so it may seem like you're going through a tough moment, but just like that tree out there, I need you to just remain strong and resilient. Do what you can do. Because I'm going to keep it a hundo. It has been hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? And I have been doing what I can do. And it feel like what I'm doing ain't good enough. But I guess now is the moment where I must be delusional. I'm going to go paint. And I'm going to watch how God makes everything fall into place for me. Because I reflect, and it's crazy because I've actually been like having a lot of moments of just flashes of old happenings and circumstances in my life coming up. But as I just sit here and I reflect, like, man, during the toughest times in my life, all I did was painted, made a song, utilized all that energy I could have utilized to worry towards my art, and things fell into place for me. Because what am I going to do just sitting here worrying about shit? I'm gonna worry about every fucking thing in my life that's going wrong or not going right, what hasn't fallen into place for me yet? Or am I just gonna utilize that energy and put it towards something that's actually beneficial for myself? And so I thank God. I thank God, because I'm not gonna say, what I'm saying, that I'm a paint and just, oh my gosh, my energy has lifted and skyrocketed. No, I'm gonna probably still go through the motions. But I thank God, because it took me just sitting outside after going through a whole depressive episode. I was crying and everything. It took me coming out, sitting outside, letting the sun shine on my fucking face and my crown, for God to tell me, hey, you going through the storm, but I need you to remain strong. I need you to just take a moment to